Hey, hello there. How you doing? Following the success of this video I made a while back, which is how to build a custom video player with React JS and Tailwind CSS, I'm making a follow-up tutorial on how to add some advanced features to your video player. If you watch this tutorial, which is this tutorial that we have here, some of the things that you're going to learn is how to add a play and a pause feature to your video player, and also how to ensure that you're able to monitor the time, how to create this custom progress bar. As you can see, if you click on this and it has this smooth animation compared to what you see in most custom video players where the progress bar appears to be jumping. So some of the features that we'll be adding to this in this video includes one, being able to use the full screen mode and exit the full screen mode. We would be able to, when you play this, you'll be able to jump forward, right? So right now this is loading, right? You'll be able to jump forward and you're able to pause, play, and boom. So that's what we'll be doing in this video. I see that somebody's already on this stream. Please drop your name and let's have some fun this evening. So these things actually look simple enough, right? Being able to like add full screen, exit full screen, jump ahead and all of those things. But where things get tricky, remember, is the fact that we have a custom progress bar and things still need to look good, even though you are jumping ahead and you're jumping backward. So also in the previous version, what we had was just text. In this version or in this video would actually be having icons as well. And what I'll be using is down. Yeah, so I'll be using React icons, but the icon pack that I'll be using specifically in React icons is actually interesting. Hi, Adiola. Whoa. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yo, AY, how you doing? Good evening. How was your week? How are you preparing for the coming week? So I'm going to get started now. So let me pause this guy. So like I said, for people who are just joining up, right, you can skip. Oh no, things are a bit messed up now. I guess that was due to internet. So if you play this guy, you can jump forward. So this is loading, give some time. Then the video continues to play, right? You can pause this guy. You can go to full screen mode. You can exit the full screen mode. So yeah, let's get cracking. Let's write some code. So I'm going to come over here, just do git branch. Okay, I think I need to zoom this in a bit. Right, yeah, cool stuff. I'm just going to do git branch so that at least all the branches that I have in here. Then I'm going to copy this guy and say git check out advanced features, right? And okay, yeah. So we are back to what we had here, which was what we had previously, right? Cool stuff. So one of the features that I want to work on is actually the full screen mode, right? And the way to work on the full screen mode is so if you watch the previous tutorial, we actually need to watch the previous tutorial for you to understand most of the things that is going on in here, right? So we have a video component, right? Then we have a video overlay component, right? This video overlay component is what contains the custom features, the play button, the pause button, the progress bar, and this timer and this full screen button, right? So what I'm going to do is, in order to make any element full screen, it does not have to be a video element, right? All you have to do is use, so for example, so here now for the video, we have a video ref, and we are passing that video to this our video overlay, right? So what that means is that when you click on this full screen button, we want the video to go to full screen, right? If I come over here and I say that on click, right? Equals video. No, I have to make this a callback or an anonymous function and say video dot requests. I'm going to do requests full screen. Oh, it needs to be a function. Request full screen. If I click on this full screen now, you can see that this video goes to full screen. But there's a problem. And the problem is that the custom controls that we had are now gone, So how do we fix that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the video element, right? And I'm going to create a new ref for the video wrapper. So instead of making the video itself full screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the video wrapper full screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say const video wrapper ref equals use ref all, right? Then I'm going to come over here and say ref equals video wrapper ref, right? Then I'm going to pass the video wrapper. I'm just going to come over here and say video wrapper equals video wrapper ref dot current. Save it up and come to the video overlay. So I can catch this in here now and say video wrapper, right? Then instead of making the video itself full screen, I'm going to make the video wrapper full screen. Video wrapper, save it up, and let's see what that gives us. So if I click on full screen now, you can see that it goes full screen and the controls are still maintained, which is exactly what we want, right? But there's a tiny little problem, right? And the problem is this, is when I click on exit, for example. So for example, when I click on full screen, every time I click on full screen, the video is going to go to full screen, right? But inside of this full screen method, even though I can click on escape, what if I want a CTA that's going to say exit full screen? Then that becomes a problem, right? Of course, it's not much of a problem because if you work with React, you know that you can just create a state for that and say const is full screen, right? Equals set is full screen. Set is full screen, right? And you're just going to say use state, right? Use state is false. And I need to import use state here. Use state. What's up, guys? If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. You can check out the previous or the part 1 of this video if things don't make sense. So it's full screen, right? Then I'm going to say is full screen. What I'm going to come over here and do now is say is full screen. If it's full screen, right? If it's full screen, then if it's full screen, what we want to do is exit full screen, right? Else we want to go full screen. Post off. Now, if I come over here, and so of course, when I click on full screen, right? If I come over here and say, I can come over here and say video dot request full screen, right? Then I'm going to say set is full screen to true. Post off. Right. This project with the bug you posted. Yeah. This is the project with the bug I posted about on Twitter. So there's a tiny little bug that we might not be able to fix on this stream. I probably will do a sequel to this video maybe by next week or the week after, because one of the things that I think would be cool to have on this video player as well is the ability to change volume, right? I think that would be nice as well. So yeah, I will still talk about the bug by the time we get there though. So right now, if I click on full screen, it says exit full screen, right? But if I click on exit full screen, nothing really happens, right? So that means that we need to look for a way to exit the full screen. And the way to exit full screen is, so when you go full screen, you've left the context of the element that you went full screen on. You are now working with the document because this basically overlays and ignores every other element, right? So your focus is now on the document. And the way to exit full screen is to say, so I'm going to say, so I can make a check here and say if is full screen, if it's full screen, right, then want to do document dot exit full screen. That's what we want to do. Else, right, we want to do video dot request full screen. And what we want to do here and say pref state is not pref state. We always want to change the values, right? Whenever we toggle full screen on and off. So right now, if I come over here and exit full screen, you see that it exits full screen. If I click on this, it goes into full screen mode, right? But there is a tiny little problem. And the problem is the fact that if you're on Mac, you can press escape to exit the full screen and you see that this has not been registered, right? If you are on Windows, if you press F11, it's going to exit full screen for you. So the question now is, how do you ensure that you are able to monitor when the element has gone full screen or not? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a use effect, right? Which is basically something that's going to function, that's going to render when the components mount, right? When you mount the component, right? And this will have no dependency array. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if the document dot full screen has changed. Document dot on full screen change. Yeah. If document dot okay, no, sorry. I'm going to do document dot on full screen change, right? So that's an event listener, right? Then if the full screen changes, I'm going to run a function, right? Now, this, like, if you check Mozilla docs for how full screen, all of those things, these are like some of the things that you're going to discover, right? Now, by itself, when the full screen changes, the document does not know whether it is in full screen mode or it is existing full screen, right? So what you can do is you can come over here and say, if documents if document dot full screen element, that is, there is an element that has gone full screen, what you want to do is set full screen to be true, right? Else you want to say set is full screen to false. And this is how we are going to monitor the state for this our text here, right? What that means is inside of here, we can just come over here and say, if element dot if it's full screen, then exit full screen. If it's not full screen, then go to full screen. Then we can remove our state here. We don't need to monitor our state in here. So now there is a problem. So let's inspect. There must always be a problem. If there's no problem, I will be surprised. So what it says that, but the message channel closed, on court error message, blah blah blah. I'm looking for document dot full screen is not a function. Okay, so we can come over here and just say if document. So I think it's a property dot on full screen change dot on full screen change, right? Dot on full screen change. If document dot on full screen change, then we can try it and check it in here. Check this, guys. Boom, 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 boom. So let's see. Alrighty. So let's see what happens now. Full screen, right? Okay, we can deal with this later. So full screen. Okay, it should say exit full screen. Okay, what I want to do is inside of this use effect, I want to do a console.log of document dot on full screen change. Document dot on full screen change. Let's check this guy out. No, not view page source. That's not what we want to do. It says null. Then if we do full screen change, oh, it still says null. Interesting. Interesting. So, okay. Oh, wait, I'm coming. Let's check MDN then. This is interesting. This is what do you call it? Document. It's amazing how something works and you get on here on full screen change. Let's see. Document dot full screen change. So this is an event, right? Which is what I expected. Yeah. Does add event listener. Okay. So let's just do um documents dot add event listener. Right, full screen change. Okay, yeah. Then cool. So we are listening to this event. So what that means is we can come in here now and it should work. Okay. If nope, nope, this guy should now be this guy. Alrighty. So let's see now. Cool stuff. So if I full screen, cool stuff. You can see that this guy toggles now. Exit full screen, exit full screen. And that's how you work on exiting and going full screen on a video or an element. So we have exit full screen, we have go full screen, and it works, right? So I think one thing we can begin to work on right now is swapping out the icons, using custom icons here. So like I said, we are going to use React icons, React icons, React icons. So Here it is. And all you have to do is just yarn add or npm install React icons. Let's just give it a minute. Okay, it's done. Then to use, you just need to do import FA whatsoever, right? So like I said, we are using Font Awesome. So if you need a specific icon, what you can do is just come to Font Awesome to be sure that that particular icon actually exists. So for example, if I need to be sure that the play button exists, this is the play icon here. So, and I'm going to come over here and say FA, right? FA play. Okay, so it's not recognizing it yet. So what I can come over here and do is just say import FA from React icons slash FA font awesome. So I can come over here now and say play, and I should get autocomplete or IntelliSense for that now. FA play. Come over here, then I can come over here and say FA pause. Cool stuff. Save it up and let's see what this gives us. Cool. Okay, and by the way, one of the reasons I'm not playing music today is because people who watch these videos after the stream says that the music disturbs their learning. So that's why I decided to cut off music today. So sorry about that. So right now we have this new play button. We have the pause button. Play, play, pause. Boom. That looks good. For the full screen, I'm going to come to Font Awesome and just search for full screen. If there's a full screen icon. So it says that we can use arrows alt. So I'm going to come over here and say FA arrows alt, right? Then exit full screen, or collapse, compress. Yeah. So we have an icon to compress. I'm just going to come over here and say, if it's full screen, then show the compress icon. Compress. Good stuff. So let's save this up and let's see what this looks like now. Okay, now, so we now have the expand button, right? We can rotate this a bit. I think we can just do, let me see, can we add class to this? Say class name, and I just say transform, right? Then I'm going to rotate this by 90 degrees or 45 degrees. Let's see what 45 degrees gives us. Okay, yeah. I think I like this better compared to the way it was sounding. This feels like we are going outside, we are going full screen. Okay, so this is full screen now. Then come over here, expand this. All right, cool stuff. So the next feature that we want to work on, which is actually a bit interesting and was a bit challenging while I was preparing for this stream, is if you are watching a video, sometimes you want to be able to step forward. We want to be able to step forward in that you want to be able to go a couple of seconds ahead of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here into this button container, right? I'm just going to wrap this in a div, right? I'm going to wrap all of this guy in a div, the button in a div, right? Then I'm going to add a new button. And I'm going to say jump forward by 2 sec. So we have this button that says jump forward by 2 sec. Right now, I'm not so particular about styling or using the right icon, which is probably like something that you can take away from this if you're like trying to work on project. Sometimes you want to focus on logic before you focus on aesthetics. If you want to work on aesthetics, then go ahead and do the aesthetics work. But if you are working on logic like I am right now, just focus on the logic and deal with the aesthetics later on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new function. Right, I'm going to create a new function. And say undo jump forward. Or I can just call it jump forward, right? And the easy way to do this, right, I'm going to show you, right, is to just come over here and say, where do you have reference to our video here, right? Like I said, like you can watch part 1 of this video to understand like the way that works. I can just come over here and say video dot current time equals video dot current time plus 2. Remember that over here, we are saying that we want to jump forward by 2 seconds, right? So if I come over here and I click, where's the CTA, right? And I click on, and I say on click equals undo jump forward. Undo jump forward. If I click on play and I click on jump forward, okay, okay, cool. I will show you the reason why it is resetting. I want you to pay attention to this guy down here, this value down here, this time counter down here, right? So if I click on play, we are currently at 1 second, 2 seconds. It means that whatsoever time that we are on, if I click on jump forward by 2 seconds, it's supposed to jump forward by that amount of time. So on 10, jump forward, it takes us to 12. 14, 16, it takes us to 18, and all of those things. And it works, right? But there's a tiny little problem. And the problem is that every time we jump forward, the progress bar starts from the beginning again. And that's a bug that we had introduced earlier that I wasn't even aware of. So, in order to fix this bug, what we are just going to do is the only time we want this guy to reset, we want to remove the progress bar, is after the video has ended. So instead of it's loading, because every time you jump forward, it tries to jump. So it tries to load some data that jumps to that point in the video, right? So that resets the progress bar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and say video dot ended. The video has ended, and I'm going to make this a knowledge. I'm going to add a knowledge check here. If the video has ended, then what do you call it? Remove this class. If the video has not ended, then the progress bar should remain. So let's refresh this guy again and let's see what that gives us. I'm going to play, right? Jump forward by 2 seconds. You can see that the progress bar no longer, okay, it still goes away. And the reason it goes away is because we're also setting the time here to 0 seconds. So exactly the same thing I did here. I'm going to bring that in here, right? Save it up and let's refresh. If you're on this session, drop a comment, ask questions, check out previous videos on the channel. So where's the bug? Where's the error? White screen of death. I hate that. So it says blah blah blah, reading duration. So I'm going to make this optional. Boom. And let's go back here. So click on this guy, jump forward. You can see now that this guy no longer starts from scratch. But there's a problem, which you will discover now, is that the video has almost ended, but this progress bar has not gotten to the end of this. So the question is, how do we solve that? So to solve that is actually a bit easy. Okay, maybe not so easy. What we are going to do is we are going to have a way to monitor. So let me try and break this down for you, right? If normally the animation for this, the animation, you can see that we are setting an animation duration here, which says, what do you call it? Which says animation video duration, right? If the video is supposed to take 24 seconds, like this video, right? What that means is that if you jump forward by 2 seconds, that animation should no longer take 24 seconds, but now 22 seconds. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, right? So that's exactly what we are going to do. So we need to look for a way to monitor the time by which we've jumped forward so that we can adjust the duration of the animation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and say that const jump time. I'm going to say const jump time, const jump time, right? Which is the time that we want to jump by. Set jump time equals use states, right? And we are going to set this to 0 to start with. It says, sorry, trying to wrap my head around the whole code. Don't worry, like this, preparing for this stream actually took me like maybe like 4 hours or 5 hours, right? So if you are struggling to wrap your head around the code, it makes a lot of sense. You can just come back to the video, watch part 1 of this video, right? And things are definitely going to make sense to you, right? Like it took a lot of time for me to figure out like the way all of these things are going to tie together. So it's going to look intimidating and confusing at first. So yeah, so it's totally all right. So we have the jump time now set to 0 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that set jump time right? The factor by which we want to jump forward is 2 seconds, right? So I'm going to come over and say const jump time factor. I'm going to say 2, then I'm going to say in seconds, right? Or just say 2 seconds, right? Then I'm going to say current time equals jump time factor. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say set jump time to the jump time factor, and I'm going to subtract the duration of the jump time from this video duration. So what that means is that if we play this video, without jumping, the duration of the video is going to be 24, or the duration of the animation, not the duration of the video. The duration of the animation is going to be 24 seconds. And you will see that as this video is playing right now, this video or the progress bar is going to end exactly when the video ends, right? But if we jump forward by 2 seconds, the animation should not take 24 minus 2, which is 22 seconds. So that is without any jump. So let us jump forward now. Play again. Let's jump forward by 2 seconds. So jump forward by another 2 seconds. You can see that we have about 14 seconds left now. So let's just wait and let's see if this animation is going to finish right on time or not. So this looks very interesting. Like figuring out all of these things, how all of these things is going to tie together took a while. So now you will discover a bug, and the bug is that the animation actually didn't finish. It finished somewhere around here, right? And in order to fix that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the undo time, undo jump time, right? So instead of setting this value, instead of setting the new current time to just the video current time plus jump factor, what I'm going to do is a math.floor of this guy, right? So what that means is that if we have 23, if we have like 14.12 sec, if we do math.floor, it's going to return 14 seconds, right? And over here, I'm going to do, yeah, we can create a custom logic to a custom logic to create more jumps in time. So if you want to increase the jump time to like maybe like 5 seconds or let's say 6 seconds and all of that, right? You can definitely do that. One other thing that I wish, but I actually didn't prepare for on this stream, and I think it wouldn't make sense to do is, for example, if you are watching a video on YouTube, for example, you can over any portion and jump to that portion, right? So that's something also that would be nice to have, right? But we'll not be implementing that. So, but we can definitely work on, let's say, an input box to accept a jump time, right? And we are going to jump by exactly that time. So that's something we can do on this stream. Cool stuff. So okay. So yeah. So as I was saying, for the time, however, we don't want to do a video duration dot jump slash this, right? This is what I have found to work, right? We want to do a math.seal instead, so that it kind of takes more time for the animation to end. So if we have 23.4, then it's going to round that to 24 seconds, right? That's the time factor that I've seen that I've worked when I was working on this. So if I play this video now, of course, oh, I need to jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Let's just give it a few sec. No, there's something definitely wrong. I need to investigate something. So there's a bug here. We have video.current time, sent job. Oh, okay, yeah. So I know what the problem is. So here's the problem. I'm going to explain what the problem is now. So if I click on jump forward by 2 seconds, every single time we click on jump forward by 2 seconds, we are setting the time to 2 seconds. So what that means is that the animation was going to take 24 seconds, 24 minus 2, 22 seconds, right? Now, if you click on the button again, that animation should no longer take 22 seconds, but 18 seconds. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say current jump time. I'm just going to say current jump time equals current jump time plus the jump time factor. So if we save this up, play, right? Then jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. So let's see how long that is going to take. If it's going to end exactly when the video ends. So yeah, so these are like bugs and all of those things. Sorry for all these minor bugs. Actually, I didn't. I was prepared for this session, but these were things that okay, cool stuff. Good. So there is a so now there's a problem. The problem is that the progress bar finishes before the video finishes, right? So okay, so let's look into that. So let's play this guy. Let me jump forward by 2 seconds, right? And let's see how long it's going to take for the video to end. So let's see. I didn't jump forward at all, but I think I jumped forward once in this, and boom, it finishes exactly. Let me play this guy again, then jump forward 1, 2, and let's see what that gives us. I expect that this should actually finish exactly where this video finishes. So let's see. Almost, almost. There's like a 1 sec, what do you call it? There's like a 1 sec difference, right? So what I want to do is I want to try and investigate what exactly is happening on that front. So the current time equals video.current time. I think I would like to calculate this new time separately. Yeah, I'm just going to say video the can we jump forward without playing or before? Hmm. No, actually, for this. So actually you can, because you just need to set the play head, right? But the only thing is you can actually jump forward. So let's do that. You can jump forward, but it won't show on the progress bar, right? You can jump forward. So this is starting from 2 seconds now instead of 4 seconds. So you can actually jump forward. So let's see. Okay, yeah. And that finishes exactly where it's supposed to finish. I think let me refresh this guy. There might be something wrong. Um, so let me jump forward. Let me jump forward one more time because I kind of believe that it should finish exactly where that finishes. Almost. It's kind of there, but not there. I feel like that's actually that's actually kind of manageable, right? Wait, is it manageable? Let me see. So we have video.current time equals this. So I'm going to compute the time. So I'm going to set the jump time. Yeah. I'm going to say const new time, right? Equals okay, equals new time equals this guy. Then I'm going to say map the floor equals new time. That's what I did in the original code, and it seems to work. Okay, jump forward, jump forward. So yeah, okay. So I think it was on the spot right now, but I'm not so sure. Let me play this guy and jump forward, and let's see. I'm not so sure, but I think it feels like it's almost there, but not. Okay, is there a way we could show somewhere else aside the animation? Yeah, it actually finishes on the spot. It actually finishes on the spot. It finishes on the spot. Yeah, it finishes on the spot. If you look closely, right? It finishes on the spot. It finishes on the spot. It finishes on the spot. Okay, I need to jump, jump, jump. Okay, yeah. That didn't finish on the spot, definitely. So we kind of need to look into what is happening. Yeah. So calculate the time factor. I think this was the order in which I worked, in which it was in the original code. Okay. Jump by 2 sec, jump by 2 sec. Right. Give it a few sec. Now the animation definitely finished before what do you call it? Before that. So I think what we want to do though is if the current time, if the current time, if the difference between the current time and if the difference between the current time and the video duration is less than 2 seconds, that's only when we want to run this function. So if if video, oh wait, video dot duration minus current time minus, no, it should be video dot duration minus video dot current time, current time, current time is less than the jump factor. That's the only time we want to allow the jump because it then tries to finish it very fast if that's not the case. No, is greater than the jump time factor. Okay, you said that is there anywhere else to show? Okay, I think one thing we can do is we can log the duration and we can actually log the video duration and seems I'm logging something. I log cancel the log. I think we can log the duration. Thank you for that suggestion, by the way. We can log the there's no console log here. Interesting. Overlay console. Oh wow. Console. So I think one thing we can do is we can log this guy. We can log the video duration and we can log the okay formatters. Okay, formatters. Something is getting logged. Yeah. So we can log the video duration. We can log the video duration and the current time difference. And let's see. So the jump time. So console the log, right? Minus video dot current time. Let's see. Okay, refresh this guy and let's see. So this is 24 seconds, right? The current time is 0, and this minus this is 24. The current time is 0. So if we place this guy, now, of course, the value of this guy is increasing, 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 is increasing. Okay, so let's see. If I jump forward by 2 seconds, the duration is now 29 seconds. Why this guy is at 16 seconds, right? 22 seconds, 24 seconds. I think that worked actually. I think it worked at 22. Okay, let's see. At when this was 22, this game kept going at 24.913. This guy, I feel like it works. I feel like it works, but for multiple jumps, I think that for multiple jumps where we have issues. But jump 1, 2, right? So let's see. Oh, I think the current time. No, I think that the current time. No, I think there's a problem with the current time. The current time is not getting adjusted accordingly. So I feel like this should be mat.seal as well. Then it shouldn't be mat dot. They should both. There's that time difference. If you jump, okay, yeah. So it went to 7. If I jump again, right? Aha. So that's it. So I needed to. So that was a fix. This needed to be mat.seal as well instead of mat.floor. But you know the interesting thing is, like, when I was working on this initially, I used mat.floor and it worked. I think that's one of the interesting things about writing code here. So I think this works perfectly now. So if I click on play, right, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward, right. Let's see. I feel like this is going to end exactly where we want it to. Oh no. This didn't end. Wait, I'm coming. Let's refresh this again. I think I might be tempted to check my previous code actually. And let's see what I did over there differently from this. So jump forward by 2 sec. Jump forward by 2 sec. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It should this should be mat dot floor because this should take less time. Or instead of mat dot floor, let me just do current time equals new time, and let's see what that gives us. Interesting how these things work on it locally, and by the time you start working, jump forward by 2 sec, 2 sec. Let's see. Okay, I think this should work. This should work. No, that wasn't quite. It wasn't 100% accurate. It wasn't accurate. I think I should remove the mat.seal. I think I should remove the mat.seal. Yeah, the microseconds are the ones causing the issues. So, so I'm removing mat.seal and just surprisingly mat.seal was what worked before now. But I guess so. Let's just use the accurate timing without any approximation, and let's see if it's going to work as we thought to. Okay, let's see. And it fades to black. Was that accurate? Was that accurate? Let me see. Jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I think this was accurate. This is accurate. So don't approximate. Don't approximate. Don't approximate. Let's jump forward, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Ah, it seems I understand something now. I understand something now. Hmm. I think I understand something now. I think I understand something now. Which is, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fix that on this stream. I'm so sorry, right? Which is, when you jump forward, the time reduces, right? But it seems like the play head doesn't like reduce per se. So I think what I'm going to do is anytime you jump forward, instead of adding the time factor, right? Instead of adding the jump time factor, I'm going to add the jump time as well. And let's see if this is going to work. Let's see if this is going. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's see if this is going to work. Pa, 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 pa. I'm hoping this works actually. So play, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Nah, that definitely didn't work. The video has ended and this guy is still playing. Nah. So yeah, I guess I'll just checkouts to that other one, except there was things that I missed in the previous branch. So I'm just going to do git add, git commit, fit, stream, right? Then git checkout demo. Let's see what the jump forward function was like. Set previous time to this guy, continue time equals current time, there's jump factor, mat.float this, then mat.seal of this, mat.seal of this. Huh, interesting. That's what worked here. That's what worked here. Let's play. Jump forward, and let's see. This works very well, yeah. It works, yeah. It works, yeah. So what the fuck is happening, man? Let me see. Is there any difference? Is there any difference at all? Is there any difference at all? Oh shit! Shit. I know I know what do you call it? I know the problem. I know what's causing this. I know what's causing this now. Yeah. I know what's causing this. So AOFit, that's like my full name. I remove the underscore the fact that I'm working on a feature. So JIT checkout. I know the problem. You know that's how crazy these things are. The tiniest little thing can actually disgrace you. The tiniest, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. So here's the problem, right? I think I mentioned this before, is every time you jump to a new pace, to a new position, right? It tries to load data for that, what do you call it? It tries to load data for that new position that you're jumping to. So what you need to do is remember that the animation play states, the video is playing, right? But at that point in time, it is loading. So we want to ensure that this running state is only active when there's no data being loaded. So the fix to that difference is just to say and not is loading, right? Over here. So if it's playing and it's not loading, then go ahead and set the animation to running. Go ahead and pause the animation. So what we want to do is that once we are fetching data, we want to pause a little for that period that you are fetching the data before you continue to play. That was the problem. I almost felt like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I just on my camera trying to teach people something on YouTube. Like, oh, am I kidding? Am I joking? But then, yeah, that's the problem. That was the problem. I knew I did this and it worked. Okay, so yeah, so this needs to be mat.floor. This needs to be mat.floor. Then this needs to be mat.seal. I think that's the good thing about preparing for streams, right? Like you just come on YouTube and try to teach people stuff, because even when you are prepared, you still make certain mistakes. So let's see. That should solve the problem that we have. So play. Hope I'm not adding by jump time though. Jump factor is jump factor. Cool. Play. So let me jump forward, and let's see what this is going to give to us. So that tiny little thing. Oh no, it didn't work. It didn't work. Nah, it didn't work. So it needs to be, yeah, we need to set the time factor first. This guy needs to come first. The new time equals video dot current time dot jump time factor. All right. So yeah, let's go again. 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 So yeah, let's jump by 2 seconds, and let's see what this is going to do to us. This guy is running too fast already. Am I doing mat.seal here? Oh, I'm doing mat.floor here instead of mat.seal. That's the problem. That was the problem. This should work now. This should work now. This has to work now. If it doesn't work, then my YouTube career is over. My YouTube career is over. Over. Oh, did I jump? Jump forward, jump forward. If it doesn't work, my YouTube career is over. Oh no, it didn't quite work actually. Hey, what's up? Nice work, man. Thank you so much, Ife. Thank you so much for joining. So continue time because this guy, I think let me just do it here. Math.flow. But it's so close. We are almost there. It's going to work now, I believe. Okay. Then just say new time. New time. I knew I did this. I knew I did this before and it worked. So play. Jump by 2 seconds. Jump by 2 seconds. Let's see. Create market plans for development. The video out now. Web browse. It worked. It worked. Play again. Jump by 2 seconds. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But there's something I'm trying to figure out though. It didn't work. It didn't work. So what's the problem? So we need to check that demo branch again. Git add, git commit. Just say pick on demo. Pick on demo. Let me see what was different between this and the demo. We have jump time, then we have this guy's got math that's new. Right. Then we have this guy animation.duration, video duration minus jump time, prev jump time plus jump factor, and that's it. I think this is all the code. This is all the code we have in here. So, and this works. There's a jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Right, this works. This works. So what am I doing differently here? Video.current time equals this guy. Video.current. That worked. That works fantastically well. I just need to know what the difference between this and this is. Just check out. So let me see. We have prev jump time equals prev jump time. Then new time equals video.current.time, right? Just check out demo, right? So what we're battling with now is time, right? Okay, no, it should be advanced features. Just check out advanced features. Check out advanced features. Okay. Math.floor is interesting. At least you guys have seen what I've done. So if it's not working here, you guys at least know that I've done this before and it's worked. So it's not really my fault in it. Then we have the jump time here, math.say, video duration minus jump time. Yeah, set jump time equals jump time factor equals this. Okay, I guess let me remove this guy. I think it's not necessary considering that it's worked previously when I didn't even have it. Okay. Okay. Math.seal, animation space date and video.ended 0 seconds. All right. Working with numbers are always difficult, exactly, especially like when it comes when it comes to things like date and time. I feel like those are one of the really like hard things to actually like work with when it comes to like programming. Time, those are very those are things in the house, man. Work? Nah, don't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. I think I know what the problem could be actually. There's something there's something in the demo that I'm just remembering right now. Man, I think I I think I have to stop git add git commit m the demo. Check out demo. There's something that I'm just remembering right now. I think video. Am I using jump time anywhere? Jump time. Aha! I know what the problem is now. I know what the problem is. So when the video ends, the jump time doesn't reset. So the previous value gets added on top, then the video moves faster in the next cycle. That's what has been happening. Yeah, yeah. Let's check out advanced features. I think this is the difference between tutorials and live streams, right? If it was a tutorial, I would have cut out all this part where I was battling with the bug. I would just look like a nice guy that knows how to figure shit out. So we need to bring the job time here. So we need to lift up the states, like they say, lift me up, hold me down, set me free, safe and sound. So when the video ends on ended, we don't only want to set playing to be false. We do not only want to set is playing to false. We also want to set jump time 0. I want to set jump time to 0. So I'm going to come over and say that jump time equals jump time, right? And set jump time equals set jump time, set jump time. Good. Save it up. Then inside of here, I can now catch jump time and set jump time. So now let's see what this gives us. Play. There's a jump forward by 2 sec. Jump forward by 2 sec. And let us see what this is going to do to us. Let's see what this has in stock for us. Because it finishes like I think most of the first video or most of the first time it finishes. I think that was it. Now, if I play again, jump, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Let's see. Almost, 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 almost. Right. Then if I come to the overlay, let's be sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. On ended, let me see. On ended, set jump time to 0. I think I might need to log the jump time. I'm actually supposed to be in a meeting now. Shit. I thought it was going to be like a very easy stream. Turns out to be like one of the difficult ones. Interesting. So let me check the video. Okay. Jump forward by 2 steps. That finished well. Play. Jump forward by 2 steps. Almost. The most difficult streams that I had. I have to go back in time. Let me go to the YouTube channel. I think that the most difficult stream I've had, right? Let me come back here. The most difficult stream I've had is probably this guy. Let me see. There was a time I tried to create, yeah, this guy. Nope, not this guy. live. Right. This video, I think, was the most difficult stream that I think I've had. In this video, I attempted, that's what I'm going to call it. I attempted to teach how to work with Gatsby and WordPress, but I just ended up speaking a lot of things that are relevant, but that people who are coming to watch this stream actually should not really care about. So, and I spent like about how many minutes? About 30 minutes debugging. I even had to put it in the notes here that where is it? Uh, Kindly skip this part if you are not interested in debugging errors during installation. And that took about 30 minutes. At least over here, at least for this particular video, the feature works. The only thing is not accurate. But this particular one, I spent 30 minutes debugging, trying to get this shit to work. That was about 2 years ago. Right. That was about 2 years ago. Right. But the interesting thing is right now, there's another video on the channel. This video, this live, where I was able to like do justice to that same topic, going headless with Gatsby and WordPress. So you can check that out actually. So yeah, I think that was the most difficult stream that I did. Yeah, that I've done rather. Okay. I think I might know what might have been causing this bug. Oh. I think I might just have figured out what might have been causing this bug. I just discovered right now that all this while I've been zoomed in. I think that was when I was trying to tell you to focus on this. So let's zoom out and let's see if that is what has been causing this bug. Omo, that would be crazy. Let me be sure that we are at 100%. 100%. Cool stuff. So play, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Not quite, not quite there yet. It works, but not quite there yet. If we are being honest, it is not. It's not accurate, right? Um, by the way, the code for this is actually on GitHub, so you can check out the original code so that I don't be on this stream forever. You can check out the original code to see how to actually like fix it. But the timing is not accurate. 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 I'll be honest with that. The timing, at least for this exercise, is not accurate. It's probably something that I will look into and probably like just drop a comment eventually. But you get the whole gist of how all of this is supposed to work and tie together, right? For full screen, you just need to so let me just quickly go over it again. You're not to go full screen, overlay, right? You're not to go full screen. You want to check if it's full screen, then exit full screen. If it is not, the video wrapper itself request full screen, right? Then you want to listen to when the full screen changes. If there is no element on the full screen, then set is full screen to true, else set is full screen to false. To jump forward, you need a time factor that you want to jump by, right? Then every time that you jump forward, you want to set that time factor and you want to set the current time of the video to that new time that you've created. Then you want to subtract that time from the duration of the video and you'll be good to go. Thank you so much for joining this stream. I hope to see you next week. Probably add more new features or probably figure out what the bug with this is and talk about that. And yeah, cheers and don't forget to build like a boss. Bye for now.